All right, what's good? What's good, man? Let's get into it. Let's talk about them Cowboys. Them Cowboys, man. Them choking, sorry sons of guns will never win a championship because they are destined for failure and misery and choking. Cowboys. Now, I saw something very interesting, I think, earlier today that I really want to touch on. And, I've kind of been maybe not alluding to it, but alluding to it unintentionally. So right here, Cowboys could be sleeper team to draft a quarterback amid Dak Prescott's uncertainty, NFL insider says. Now, I'm not going to read the story. I'm just going to give you my intake. If you want to look up this reporter, it's on, what website is this? It's on Fox News. Yeah, Fox News or what? No, it's not on Fox News. Never mind. You can look it up. You'll find it somewhere. I don't care. If you guys want to read about it, you can read about it. But let's talk about it, man. Ever since last year, I've been off the Dak train. Now, granted, I'm a Giants fan, so I never want to see Dak win. But I always said that if you could put the right team around Dak and give him the right coach, he could win. He could win. Now, granted, first of all, the Cowboys team is a top 5 roster in the NFL. That team, Dak Prescott's had for the last, 2 to 3 years, defense and offensive wise, top 5 roster of all time. At least in the league. Right now. Top 5 in the league right now. You put any elite quarterback, Mahomes, Lamar, Josh, Burrow, healthy Burrow. I can't even think of anybody else. I would even. I don't know. I was gonna say besides like those guys right there. I really can't say anybody else is elite. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Hurts needs to prove it. Jalen Hurts needs to prove it. Justin Herbert needs to prove it. Who else? CJ needs to prove it. You know what I'm saying? But all those guys, if you would have just placed them right in that situation, they go to the Super Bowl and they probably win one. They go to the Super Bowl and they probably win one. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. And I get Mike McCarthy's not the best head coach. I get that. I understand Mike McCarthy's not the best head coach. But this is a Super Bowl winning head coach who, I mean, listen, he might not be the best, but he's not the worst. He's not the worst. I mean, I'm a Giants fan. Brian Daboll ain't that good. Mike McCarthy's better than Brian Daboll. I'll say that. Aaron Rodgers was helping Mike McCarthy. They were going to conference championships. It's not his fault that Aaron Rodgers chokes to Colin Kaepernick and Russell Wilson. So, I mean, it is what it is. And listen, man, you have Kellen Moore, who's a decent offensive coordinator. You have Dan Quinn, who's a good defensive coordinator. At the end of the day, Dak Prescott has had so many chances to win, and he doesn't. He's won 2 playoff games over the last 8 years. And you know how many times this team, the Cowboys, you can sit here and blame Jerry all you want. Jerry does deserve some blame. But at the end of the day, you cannot sit here and knock Jerry for his great, and I mean great, Cowboys, his good scouting department. Jerry's hired the right guys to scout this team. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. But at the end of the day, Dak can't get it done. So when I see this article, Cowboys could be a sleeper to draft a quarterback, I believe it. Because maybe the Cowboys go get a bonix or Michael Penix or even a Joe Milton from Tennessee and see what happens. See what happens. I mean, bro, you have a Super Bowl roster. The best thing is an unknown quarterback because no one has film on him. No one has film on him. And listen, we all have film on Dak. We know what Dak is. He's a stab padding, good quarterback. He's a black Kirk Cousins. He's a black Kirk Cousins with an extra playoff win. That's all he is. He's a black Kirk Cousins who's younger and with an extra playoff win. He's not getting you to the Super Bowl. Unless the 49ers' whole defense and offense gets injured. I mean, I can't even say that because this idiot can't even get past the Packers. He can't even get past the Packers. That's how pathetic this guy is. I don't care what his regular season number is. I don't care whatever the case may be. And people are like, oh, well, you're just mad because he sweeps the Giants. No, I don't care. The Giants are a dumpster fire. Go look at my Giants videos. I take massive dumps over the Giants myself because they're a dysfunctional organization in themselves. This is me being unbiased. Anybody who's watched Dak Prescott as a football fan, who's someone who likes football, can tell that Dak Prescott does not have it. He doesn't have that clutch gene. Ever since his rookie year, he's a good quarterback. He's a good quarterback, but he's not going to get you past the line. I'm sorry. Even if you give him a Kyle Shanahan or I don't even know, Sean McVay, I don't think you can win with him. I just don't think you can win with the guy. So, I mean, listen, man. Listen. It does not shock me, and I've been talking about it for this month. And me and my fat co-host CEO, I've been trying to tell him, like, he's been talking about Jerry doesn't care about winning because he has money. Are we sure about that? Jerry would not be over here getting frustrated, getting mad, firing this coach, firing Jason Garrett, firing all these people if he doesn't want to win a championship. He's still trying to shake the Jimmy Johnson carry that 90s team monkey off his back for years. And he's still trying to shake it. I know he won't Barry Switzer, but let's be for real. That was Jimmy Johnson's team that Barry Switzer inherited, and they won. Whoop-de-doo. You could have put me at coach, and we would have won. He's still trying to shake that narrative. And maybe Jerry or his son or the scouting department is saying, listen, Dak ain't it. Dak ain't it. And also, this is the same team that traded for a young Trey Lance. And I honestly thought that could help Dak and to, make him, actually step up his game and stop throwing dumb interceptions, but no, it didn't. They were upset that, I guess Dak was upset or whoever was upset. And, they put Trey at the third string and had that Cooper Rush idiot at the second string to make Dak feel safe. But now I think that's not the case anymore, especially after this loss against the Packers. Because let's be for real. That Packers loss was unacceptable. On paper, the Packers have the better team. I'm not the Packers. The Cowboys have the better team. You're at home, and you lose the way how you did. And this idiot on my screen throws, I think, 2 pick sixes, and he threw like 3 picks. I know he threw 1 pick to Jair that got called down. I know he threw a pick 6. And I think he threw like 3. Like he threw like 3 or 4 picks. Dak ain't it. Don't look at the final score. For anybody who didn't watch that game or is not have a clear memory of that game, do not look at the final score. That final score is a lie. They were getting blown out. Like I said, like I told my co-host CEO, stat padding. That game is a prime example of stat padding. I think it was like 42-32 or something along those lines. That game is not as close as the score is, and the score is pretty bad itself. The Cowboys had no chance of winning that game. None. You could blame the defense all you want. Blame the defense, fine. But the offense needs to go out there and score points. This ain't make it, take it. They had chances to score points. They didn't. Dak threw an interception here, there. He probably fumbled the ball. He just like, I'm sorry, Dak ain't it. Dak ain't it. So don't be shocked that they draft a quarterback. Do not be shocked that they draft the bonix, Michael Penix, or Joe Milton, or some obscure quarterback. Because Dak is not it. And it might be time to move on anyways. But that's my thoughts, man. What are yours? What's your thoughts on these reports, or at least one report, that the Cowboys could be a sleeper to draft a quarterback? And I honestly believe it. In the third, if I don't think Bo Nix falls in the third round, but in the third, fourth round, Joe Milton, some of these other quarterbacks, it would not shock me. You know it's going to make big news because it's the Cowboys, especially since Dak Prescott himself is a fourth-round pick. And for a fourth round pick, he's good. But if you want to win a Super Bowl, he can't do that. He really can't do that. I'm sorry. Like I said, he's a black Kirk Cousins. He's good in the regular season. He's going to put up good stats. But when he gets to the playoff time, when it gets down to crunch time, he's either going to choke or he's going to do something stupid to throw the game away. That's it. That's it. He does not have the intangible genes. RJ out.